Hello everyone, I am Dr. Siar. Welcome to the AAPC CPC mock exam 2. In this mock exam, we will go through all 100 multiple choice questions organized by chapter, just like the real CPC exam. I will explain you how to find the answers easily and quickly. So make sure to subscribe my channel and check out my playlist. Mock exam 2 CPT 40,000 series questions including digestive system. There are 6 questions. Question number 1. A patient suffering from cirrhosis of the liver presents with a history of coffee ground emesis. The surgeon diagnoses the patient with esophageal gastric varices. 2 days later in the hospital GI lab, the surgeon ligates the varices with bands via an upper GI endoscopy. What CPT and ICD-10 CM codes are reported? So there are 4 answers available with both CPT and ICD-10 CM codes. Take your both books and find the answer. So here you have to highlight patient came with the cirrhosis of liver. A surgeon diagnosis with esophageal gastric varices. Surgeon ligates the varices with bands via an upper GI endoscopy. So when you look at the answers, all answers are adjacent codes, so you can use the elimination methods for the exam purpose. So let's go to the CPT code series. 43,200 is esophagoscopy, flexible transoral diagnostic including collection of specimens. 43,205 is with band ligation of esophageal varices. In our case, you can see the patient with esophageal gastric varices. So they are gastric and esophageal region. Surgeon ligates the varices. So both the esophageal and gastric region. But this code says ligation of esophageal varices. But when you look at the code 43,240 is with band ligation of esophageal or gastric varices. And the previous code of that is esophago-gastroduodenoscopy. So that is for the upper GI endoscopy. Flexible transoral. So it includes both the esophageal and gastric varices. So the correct CPT code will be 43,244. So when you look at the answer, only one code, that is answer B having that code. So you can directly go for that answer, but you have to confirm ICD-10 CM for 100%, make sure the answer is correct. So let's go to the ICD-10 CM code. K70.030 is alcoholic cirrhosis of liver without ascites. But case 70.60 is unspecified cirrhosis of liver, because for this cirrhosis the cause is not specified. So you can't take as alcoholic cirrhosis, just cirrhosis is given. So you have to take this unspecified cirrhosis. So case 70.60. And also for the varices, you can see I85.10 is secondary esophageal varices without bleeding. I85.11 for second esophageal varices with bleeding. So in this case, the patient presents with the coffee ground emesis. Coffee ground emesis mean the bleeding. So the other code will be I85.11. So the correct answer will be answer B. So if you encounter this case in a real working scenario, you have to use the alphabetic indexes of both CPT and ICD-10 CM. So when you go for the CPT alphabetic index, first you have to search for the main term esophageal varices, then go for the subterm ligation. It will lead you to the following 3 codes. Again, come back the tabular list and confirm the answer. Similarly, for the ICD-10 CM alphabetic index, first you have to go for the cirrhosis. So cirrhotic, it lead you to the code K74.60. And for the varices, when you go to the index of varices, it will lead you to C varix. Again, go back to varix. Here you have to go for the cirrhosis of liver and subterm bleeding. So it gives you the code I85.11. Again, come back the tabular list and confirm the answer. Once you confirm the answer, correct answer will be answer B. Question number 2. A 46-year-old male with a 20-year history of cigar smoking presents with a suspicious lesion on his lower lip. Due to clinical suspicion of malignancy, the physician performs a shave biopsy of the lower lip. What is the correct CPT code for this procedure? So there are 4 answers available. 2 are 10,000 series, another 2 are 40,000 series. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here you have to highlight the patient with the history of cigar smoking, and procedure done is shave biopsy of lower lip. So let's use the elimination method to find the answer. When you go to the code 11,102, that is tangential biopsy of skin. Example, shave, scoop, sorcerize, curate, single lesion. So here is a shave biopsy, single lesion. But to be careful, other than some specified areas, all other parts of the body, you can code this for shave biopsy. That is 11,102.
But for some specific regions that it mentioned before this code, you had to be careful to code them. For example, nail, intranasal, lips, vestibule of mouth, tongue, floor of mouth, penis, those kind of areas, the biopsy should be coded with the relevant body system. So here you can see for biopsy of lip, use 40,490. So you can't code this with 10,000 code series. So when you go for 40,490 is biopsy of lip, 40,500 is vermilectomy, lip shave with mucosal advancement. So here you may confuse. This biopsy of lip doesn't mention about the shave biopsy, but here it says as lip shave. So in this case, you have to use this 40,490 biopsy of lip, because here lip shave mentions with mucosal advancement. So it goes deep, and also it not mentioned about the biopsy. So in that case, you had to use 40,490 as the answer. So the correct answer will be answer C. So if you encounter this case in a real working scenario, you had to use the CPT alphabetic index. So first go for the biopsy, that's the main index term, then go to the subterm lip. So you will find 40,490, or else you can search other way. Go to the main term lip, then go to the subterm biopsy. Again, you will find the same code. So the correct answer will be answer C. Question number 3. A 66-year-old female is admitted to the hospital with the diagnosis of stomach cancer. The surgeon performs a total gastrectomy with formation of an intestinal pouch. Due to the spread of the disease, the physician also performs a total en bloc splenectomy. What CPT codes are reported? So there are 4 answers available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here you have to highlight patient with the stomach cancer. Procedure done is total gastrectomy with the formation of intestinal pouch, and also performs a total en bloc splenectomy. So when you look at the answer, all codes are adjacent codes. There are 2 sets of codes available. So you can use the elimination method to find the answer. So let's find the first code. 43,620 is gastrectomy total with esophagoenterostomy. 621 is Rook's NY reconstruction, but 43,622 is with formation of intestinal pouch anytime. So this procedure says total gastrectomy with formation of intestinal pouch. So the first code will be 43,622. So you can highlight answer A in answer B. So let's check the next code. 38,100 is splenectomy total separate procedure. 101 is partial separate procedure. 38,102 is total en bloc for extensive disease in conjunction with other procedure list in addition to code for primary procedure. So here it is not just total splenectomy, it says total en bloc splenectomy. So total en bloc splenectomy is mentioned in the code 36,102. So the correct answer will be B, 43,622 and 38,102. So in this case, you may confuse whether to use the modifier 51 or not. Here you can see the code is an additional code. If it is an additional code, you can't use the modifier, you just use the code with the primary code. So this is the primary code and this is the add-on code. If says it's just a splenectomy, then you can code 43,622 and 38,100 and with the modifier 51. If you use this code, you can use the modifier, but this is the add-on code, so here no need for use modifier. So the correct answer will be answer B. So if you encounter this case in a real working scenario, you have to use the alphabetic index. So when you go to the CPT alphabetic index, first go for the main procedure gastrectomy. So the main index is gastrectomy, then go for the subterm total. It will lead you to the following code series. Again, come back the tabular list and confirm the answer. Similarly, for splenectomy, for total it says 38,100, and for en bloc it says 38,102. Again, come back the tabular list and confirm the answer. Once you confirm the answer, the correct answer will be answer B. Question number 4. A patient with a history of a radical right hemicolectomy for ascending colon carcinoma presents for a scheduled follow-up colonoscopy. The physician inserts a video colonoscope and advances it beyond the splenic flexure. During the procedure, the patient experiences a sudden drop in the blood pressure. Due to the hemodynamic instability, the physician elects to terminate the procedure for the patient's safety and withdraws the scope. What is the correct CPT code reported? So there are 4 answers available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. Here you have to highlight this is the scheduled follow-up visit for the colonoscopy. physician inserts a video colonoscope and partially terminate the procedure due to some issues in the hemodynamic status of the patient. So when you look at the answer, all answers are adjacent codes, so you can use the elimination method in the exam. So once you directly go to the code, 45,378 is colonoscopy flexible diagnostic including collection of specimen by washing when performed, separate procedure. So that is the case here. Here colonoscopy is done for the diagnostic purpose. When you look at other answer, 45,391 is with endoscopic ultrasound examination, though that is not the case here. 45,395 is laparoscopy surgical, but here it is a colonoscopy, so not possible. 44,360 is small intestinal endoscopy, so that also not possible here. So here the correct code will be 45,378. When you look at the modifier 52 and 53, 52 is for reduced services, 53 is discontinued procedure. In this case, the procedure is discontinued due to the issues with the patient status. So correct modifier will be 53. So the correct answer will be answer A, that is 45,378 with the modifier 53. So if you use the CPT alphabetic index, first you have to go to the main index, that is colonoscopy. Then the subterm is flexible, it is for diagnostic. So it will lead you to the code 45,378. Again, go back to the table list and confirm the answer. Once you confirm the answer, the correct answer will be answer A. Question number 5, it's a straightforward one. A patient underwent a laparoscopic cholecystectomy, including intraoperative cholangiography. How should this procedure be reported? So there are 4 codes available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here the procedure is laparoscopic cholecystectomy with cholangiography. So when you look at the answer, all answers are adjacent codes, so you can use the elimination method. When you look at the codes, 47,600 is cholecystectomy, but here cholecystectomy including cholangiography. 47,605 with cholangiography. So cholecystectomy with cholangiography. So you may think that 47,605 is the correct answer, but keep in mind this procedure is laparoscopic one. Here code doesn't mention as a laparoscopy, so it may be the open surgical procedure. So laparoscopic one, you have to go the other codes. 47,562 is laparoscopy surgical cholecystectomy only here. 47,563 is cholecystectomy with cholangiography. So laparoscopy surgical cholecystectomy with cholangiography. So the correct answer will be answer C. So in this case, you have to be very careful whether to select answer B or answer C. Answer B for just cholecystectomy with cholangiography, but answer C is for laparoscopic surgery for cholecystectomy and cholangiography. If you encounter this case in a real working world, you have to use the CPT alphabetic index. So in the CPT alphabetic index, first you have to search for the main term, that is cholecystectomy, then subterm any method here with cholangiography. So there are 3 codes available. Again, come back to the tabular list and confirm the answer. Once you confirm the answer, the correct answer will be answer C. Question number 6. A 50-year-old male presents to the operating room for open surgery on a recurrent incarcerated incisional hernia repair with insertion of a prosthetic mesh. The size of the hernia is 12 cm. What CPT code was reported? So there are 4 answers available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here you have to highlight this is the recurrent incarcerated incisional hernia, repair with the insertion of prosthetic mesh, and the hernia size is 12 cm. So in the answer, adjacent codes are used here, so you can use the elimination method to find the answer. So directly go to the codes. So when you go to the code directly, 49,630 is repair of anterior abdominal hernia, epigastric, incisional, ventral, umbilical, any approach, recurrent, including implant of mesh or other processes when performed. Total length defect is less than 3 cm, reducible. In our case, 12 cm incarcerated. So other code is 49,680 is greater than 10 cm incarcerated or strangulated. So all the conditions are fulfilled by this code. Recurrent. So you can see this is recurrent, incarcerated, incisional hernia, and more than 10 cm, that is 12 cm. So this answer will be correct. When you check other codes, 549,591 is repair of anterior abdominal hernia, initial including implantation of mesh. So here this initial hernia, but in our case it's a recurrent one. So recurrent one is coded in this code. When you check 15,778, that is implantation of absorbable mesh. So that's a separate procedure. But these codes are including mesh also. So the correct answer will be answer D, that is 49,618. This code you have to read with the previous code. So if you encounter this case in a real working world, you have to use the CPT alphabetic index. So in the CPT alphabetic index, first go to the main term hernia repair, then go to the subterm anterior abdominal wall. There are two types, initial and recurrent. Our case is recurrent, so it will lead you to the following series of codes. Again, come back the tabular list and read these codes from 49,613 to 618. Then you can find the answer. D is correct, that is 49,618. So this is the end of this part.
So if you are preparing for the AAPC CPC examination, my channel will help you to solve the problems you are facing in your examination preparation. So please subscribe my channel, and if you have any doubts or any questions, you can put in the comment section, or else you can email me, or you can WhatsApp me to the email and the WhatsApp number displayed here. So please subscribe my channel and stay with me. Thank you.